aimed. Whereas I think Cube's going to show us what Mirana feels like.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that, to be certain. JMV as well. Grand Master Chen. Disgusting amount of Chen games.
We have a bunch of Grandmaster heroes, right? Chen, Grandmaster. I think I saw Cube is also Grandmaster Mirana. And Mobe is level 25 Tiny.
At least level 25. It might be higher even. How do I see this?
Yeah, I don't know what it's called though. Master?
He's 29. Yeah, that is Master tier. He's getting there. Just a couple more games. He's probably frustrated. He's like, I could have shown off that Grandmaster badge. I don't even know what the tiny level 30 line is.
Rock 'em, sock 'em.
It might be.
Huh? Might be.
That's pretty good.
Tiny has some great lines, to be honest.
I don't know. I didn't know you did literally all the voices and sound effects in Dota.
Yeah, you want to hear my IO?
I'd much rather hear your Chen Bind Blink Dagger if I had the option, but right now it's the sound of Max dying. Doesn't have the Davion skin, so you're not too disappointed by this, but certainly Max is not going to be too happy giving first blood over to Ads.
Yeah, frankly, they didn't have the plot armor.
No,
so
that's the problem.
In more ways than one there.
And really just...
Who...
Oh, well, he did have Dragon's Blood.
You'd have Dragon's Blood. It's just level 1. Dragon's Blood level 1 right now is pretty bad. You need level 2 to really start to be the unkillable tank. Also, enemy team has a fair amount of magical damage.
Yeah,
Crystal Nova particularly is really good.
That they do.
And mid lane is already difficult for Mobe because Necrophos usually wins this matchup. Giving him the extra first blood is a disservice to poor Mobe.
Good deny, at least, up from Mobe. And that's not going to put him too far behind. Had a phenomenal laning stage last time as the Viper versus the Tusk. I think he's going to be a bit more challenged here in this lane. A bit more even disadvantageous, as you say. But so far, CSing very nicely here in these first couple of waves. Not having too many issues. Tanner as well, blocking the medium camp of JMV. I think JM has also blocked his own easy camp, so he's not going to have a whole lot of creeps to choose from here early on. Can you grab the potato level 1? You can't.
You cannot, right?
No. Low skill even.
Low skill's going to die, though.
Yeah.
Careful. So the Jug versus Enigma lane is a weird matchup. Oh, Chen even stole the Eidolons. Okay, I guess it's the best thing you can steal. It's a weird matchup because the reason why the lane matchup is actually beneficial to Jug is that you can clear Eidolons kind of quickly, and so you make up for the deny by just clearing the Eidolons. But you do need level 3 for that. Until you get level 3, this matchup is very Enigma favored because the auto attacks are really brutal. But afterwards, low skill should be able to actually clear Eidolons with the Blade Fury, and that should be his play. Trying to max movement speed as soon as possible. We won't see many stats for Jug. Just rush those face boots and try to get that gold that Enigma's taken away from you.
Mid lane, Ads was taken pretty low, but the Fairy Fire is going to keep him alive. Still, though, advantage Mobe in this lane, who still has a bottle sip ready to go, and is going to be eager to force Ads away, who's approaching the bottle, so he's got regen coming his way. Down bottom, here's the first usage, though, of that Metamorphosis. It's level 1. Good damage here, but Max now finally with enough armor, so not simply die to this. Cube is going to kite Shad out as far as he can, maybe even kill a courier. But yeah, having Leap, he is going to make it out of this engagement, but not Max, as he closes the gap yet again. Breathe Fire, keeping him alive, but that was needlessly dangerous, might I say. He just was there to breathe fire on Shad.
Yeah, Max is having a tough lane in the early. That early point in meta, which is much more valuable these days, and even the point in reflection to actually harass the TK, right? He needs that level 3. He has to buy a sell for himself here. We'll see. I do feel like usually the DK Terrorblade lane is definitely Terrorblade favored until DK gets enough levels, and CM I think makes this much harder. She does have a lot of kill potential in lane.
Now there's going to be the Stompy camp taken. I wonder, like, what would Terrorblade flavor be?
What? Flavor?
Yeah, you almost said flavor, so I was just, you know, making a joke.
What? I don't know, like a soul?
Like a soul?
Tastes like my soul? Oh, good use of the glyph there in the mid lane. They went for the tossback with the avalanche here on Mobe, but adds glyphed to make sure the creep tank will pull damage to the tower.
Oh. Pretty good. Mobe's got another one of those shortly, but doesn't really have the HP to back him up quite yet. And it's not going to be an early bottle, actually, for Ads. It's going to be the earlier urn, as this toss is not going to connect. A quick pause out for Mobe. He says, lag? That was lag for sure. He's going to go to reconnect.
Yeah, it was Jim Vincento, yeah. You know what's crazy is that mid laners, they lost the idea of having the courier priority, right? And they really like being that special guy who gets the courier priority no matter what. So now they have glyph priority instead. So they get to choose when to glyph. That's crazy. No matter what, they have to be the little baby that's like, I want something that's only for me.
Yeah. Plus, of course, even though wards are now free, they still make their supports plant the wards for them. Like,
Oh, that's a sign of dominance.
guys, support. Leave you leave the Terrorblade. Sure, he might be laning versus a Beastmaster maxing Axis. He'll be fine. Come plant me my ward mid, maiden.
Nice try.
That's very true, actually. Yeah. Like you snap your fingers, like what? Ward's not gonna plant itself. You're like, it's free though. Well, it's not my job.
And then your carry's like, where are you going? And you're like, I have to play the mental support game for our mid laner.
That's true. Have you ever heard of the? This is an immortal play that they actually taught me. It's called the non-tilting support TP, where you die in your lane as a 4, TP to mid to refill the bottle, only for the mid laner to not get angry.
Yeah,
that's an actual play that people consider at high level, like and more. Like I'm talking like the more level 200 and above.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, I mean I've seen it as well. All right, you see this a little bit more at the Divine Ancient level is where you start to do, you realize there's a gank happening mid, and you're too late on the TP, but you TP anyway just to be like, I'm here for you, dude. Like I got you. Like I don't got you in this instance, but like the next time they go on you, I might still be late, but like I'm thinking about you, right?
Exactly. That's good. It's the way to stop the tilting. In SCA, the technique is just you start insulting the mid early, right? And that way you all pile onto him and you play 4 versus 5 despite the mid existing.
Yeah.
And that way you already have a scapegoat for all your plays.
See, I don't like you lose a bunch of MMR whenever you come back to C, especially from Europe, because you're not used to playing. But now you understand. You just have to make sure, as a support especially, you make someone else, bottom of the pyramid, and you're good to go.
To be honest, Europe got worse though. To be honest, so that was. I've never experienced so many griefers at normal times before in Europe.
Really?
I mean, maybe just Dota got worse over time.
I quite enjoyed my pubs when I was in Europe. When I re-entered Malaysia, they're like, "Do you have anything to declare?" And I was like, "Yes, sir, 600 MMR."
Wow. Look, man, I had the opposite experience. I had a 35%, I think, reefing or abandoning in a Europe team. So
I don't know what is with your skill pool, man.
I'm starting to think that my account is cursed.
You should be like, yo, Bruno, come on, man. I did that favor for you at TI with the interviews. Like, put me in a
slacks about it.
Put me in a better
Actually, he was convinced that my account was cursed. He's a big fan of the whole Force 50 and account is cursed, blah blah, all that stuff. It's cursed, man. It's cursed. You gotta accept it, man. Make a new one.
You know what it is? Every single time someone who plays Dota for the first time gets stomped by a Smurf account that then spams your Ratatatata voice line, you get one griefer in your game, Avo. It's just the way it goes. Low skill up top lane. He's going to be baited out a bit by the snowball, but it's only onto the creep wave there for Tanner, so he still makes it out alive, despite taking a fair amount of damage from the Eidolons.
Yeah, he's struggling, man. Like, the fact that he's doing Blade Fury defensively and can't go for the Eidolons like this, has no face boots. He also went for Blades of Attack first, which usually I wouldn't complain about this, but getting the Chainmail to deal with those Eidolon damage early, I think is crucial. And going for the damage first, I don't know what the damage does, except for helping you last it a little bit. Whereas you need to be able to tank those Eidolons. It's actually been a nuisance. Even say Divine Favor early for Jane Vincento for a little bit more armor, I think it's a really clever idea. No points in penitence, no point, honestly.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I mean, the healing's good, right? Amplified as well with this headdress, so why not? On top of already a Jug who carries his own healing ward now at level 4 to be enough regen. Face Boot's now on the way, so perhaps we're going to start to see a little bit of a turning point in this lane. But I agree with your point on the Face Boots. I think that armor is, if not necessary, certainly more beneficial than the +9 damage you get.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
I'd assume, yeah, sure, +9 damage, but that you probably make that up by getting a couple of extra auto attacks out. As they are fighting in the Midnight Pulse here, JMV is struggling here. Snowball securing the kill out from Tanner. Low skill giving chase. Phase Boots now in tow, means he's got the speed advantage. And Tanner, without Snowball, no shards, is going to struggle, especially as Mobe shows up to gank here. That's going to be the TP on in, and just in a little bit of an avalanche for the support.
Max got the breathe fire off down bottom, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Dragon Tail, okay, good. The illusion is still hurting him, but they're going to cover the potential arrow anyway. Max, luckily with Dragon's Sword level 2 though, we can see the difference, right? Now capable of surviving these ganks much better.
Yeah, just like a complete reversal of how the lane started playing out last time. We're still fairly early, only 5 minutes in and whatnot. As the arrow is good there, prevents J4 from dying. Cube once again kills another courier. He might die for this, but does manage to get his last sleep charge off. He's a-okay.
Oh, and top lane, low skill. He did it. He finally played Fury the Eidolons. He got the gold back. He got 2. You need to kill 2 out of 3 Eidolons to get the gold back for the single deny, more or less.
Max, okay, they get the kill easily onto J4. Quick arrow, and J4's like, there must be a ward here. There's no other explanation. There's not.
Yeah. J4 being a little bit of a core there, huh?
Just slightly. I mean, look, it happens. You know, you're playing Mirana. You can't even show your face in this lane because, or sorry, you're playing Potom, right? Because Mirana's such a good hero at trading with other heroes, especially against heroes that are much weaker than her.
Vincento's here down bottom.
Yeah,
Going for Shad, body block. Okay, Shad has way too many magic wand charges.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Good effort though. All right.
So the creeps from Chen do get the magic wand charges, right?
Yes,
well?
yes they do.
Okay.
Because you can get magic wand charges from Ancients.
Yeah, I know you can get them from the Dark Troll Summoner, but I'm assuming, yeah, when he takes them, obviously, you still give charges. I've seen this build a lot.
Top lane, Black Hole, solo onto low skill. He dies. Chessie hit an early level 6. Earlier, anyway.
Wow. Nobody was ready for that. No support TPs. Not that it's easy to cancel the Black Hole either, but they're putting all the resources down bottom, hoping to cancel the TP, but they've sacked their carry as a result. It's really only Mobe that's having an okay lane. Everything else has gone the way of EU Reject.
Yeah, and dare I say, this feels like a little bit of an early rotation from Chen. Like, I think it's fine if he's bottom, but I would be more okay with this. Yeah, if Max had level 6 to start this push, a great arrow, though, from behind the tower might still set up for this kill onto the Maiden. Yeah, the Breathe Fire guarantees it. So it doesn't look like they're going to be too, you know, they're not going to be too inefficient is what I mean to say, especially now as low skill TP's down bottom to join the push. They've given the boot to the TB, so it'll be a tower for tower. So not too bad, all things considering.
It's the best they can do with this early game, right? But you've enabled the rejects completely. Especially the Enigma was going for the Wraith Pact gold. Getting this good laning stage is important because you play around the Eidolons more than they around the Black Hole, right? Especially early. So we'll see what Ivy decides to do here. Last time they got a huge advantage as a result of the tier 1 mid. They can still do this game with a DK, but it's going to be tougher because EU Rejects wants to fight.
Yep. Oh, and they want to fight now. And unfortunately, the Ice Shards don't catch Mobe. That looked a little weird. I would have asked the judge to maybe look at the instant replay on that one. But Mobe not in those shards, so they can't look for the kill. A bit of a pain point here for the Necro. He does have the 1 kill from First Blood, right? But has not been able to fill the urn. He's not been really eager to rotate to any of these side lanes. Mobe was the first one to TP away from the lane. Even with, you know, very, very much so preempting the Blink Dagger. As he does close the gap towards that one now. Very well farmed.
Mobe's like, all right, guys, I'm just gonna leave. There's no way I can face this.
This is pretty brutal. There is some support come from behind with JMV and company now entering the mid lane for some battle. Arrow is gonna sail through. It splits the enemies, but doesn't find a mark. As here come the creeps, a little tornado into the Omni Slash, catching plenty of heroes as well. J4 not in the snowball. Maidens, you know, they don't really like the cold, so they don't pull her in for that one. They are still giving chase as well to Chessie, who does not have a black hole for an entire minute. However, Ads and Shad still in fighting condition as Mobe with a toss back there onto the Tusk, making it a 5v3. Max as well still looking to maybe enter this fight from the side, has a stun ready to go. They're going to connect onto Chessie. Low skill as well, showing up to fight, but the infused raindrops keeping Chessie alive at least long enough until Mobe throws a tree his way. But Ivy still catch 3 to start this fight, and maybe even look for more. Mobe with another toss combo onto Ad, still continuing to dive the tower here as Max connects another stun. Shad no longer has the Metamorphosis, so he can really only offer the Reflection as Tanner respawns. Doesn't have Walrus Punch. Tag team into the Reaper side, however, he will still at least get a kill for EU Rejects. But still a decent fight for Ivy, really. Oh, and even better, because Mobe blinks in, little blink reveal onto the Maiden, another kill. They're not done fighting.
No, he has a haste rune as well, so he could continue this. 5 seconds for the Blink Dagger. Tanner will be the target, ideally, because he's easier to kill than Ads, that's for sure. Albatos combo used. Where's the arrow, though? No use of the arrow. Earn, and the Kobold Taskmaster trying to finish off Tanner. He will get the final whip. Nobody beats the Foreman. Sorry, not the Taskmaster.
Taskmaster. Your task in 1 minute, kill this walrus.
Is that, are you quoting the British show?
Yeah, it's Taskmaster, isn't it? Obviously.
Oh, I'm so happy you watched that.
Yeah. Obviously, they don't club seals on that show, but, you know, that's the joke, right?
Yeah, well, walruses are fine to be killed. That's a common one. That's a common task in the taskmaster.
Yeah, you know, you gotta balance a couple of 50-pence pieces right on their sides. You gotta stack a couple golf balls, and for level 3, club the walrus. And
yeah. You'd be surprised how many walruses they can find in the UK. It's pretty common animal actually. But with that fight, I think it went really well for Ivy. I feel like your rejects, their proposition was good, which is DK has no blink dagger. There's no way he can initiate us. Max found the the way to deal with this was just, I'm gonna go behind the tower instead and surprise you with a dragon tail, which was a really funny solution, but it worked wonders for them and almost got them, I think, 2-3 kills off that. Yeah. It was incredible.
And I think what was really wise, obviously, is they're paying attention to the black hole cooldown, as you'd expect teams of this caliber to do. Chessie, I'm not gonna call him useless in that fight, but he is essentially just, you know, I'm gonna plop down my midnight pulse and hopefully they stand in it. Because that's all he can offer at that stage. This changes drastically now that he has the ability ready to go, and even now a little bit more damage for the Eidolons, now level 4 with the Vlads. As Max is farming a bit far out, and has now a Vessel debuff applied courtesy of Ads. Yeah, straight into the Reaper side. He actually lives thanks to JMV's vicinity with the heals, keeping him alive. Avalanche as well. Ice Shards are not going to find Max, so the team saving the day here for Davion.
I cannot believe JMV had the Hill Troll Priest for this specific situation, man. He got the Holy Blessing off on Max. That was a big reason why he lived as well. On point, dude. Well, great plays by JMV.
Heal amplification, aura, stacks with your divine.
And they changed the heal now. It's health restored over, like, you know, it's a longer cooldown, more health restored, so it's actually more impactful.
Yeah, instead of the 5 HP that you had to spam manually. I remember that Reddit post every single time.
Yeah, that was really dumb. It's the real test of your APM, honestly. And we haven't got Blink Dagger on Max yet, but he's pretty close now. 600 gold. That's probably the timing for Ivy. And they managed to recover really well from a laning stage that was not the greatest for them. But Juggernaut's still a little bit lower on the totem pole compared to especially the Necrophos, who's dominating this game.
Yeah, that's the issue, though. They haven't really been able to turn this Necro farm and presence into much. It still has translated into them, more or less, keeping their Tier 1 tower alive, right? Ivy cannot really just kind of run at it, despite the heroes that do hit towers very well, because of this Necro. And Necro now feeling confident enough, especially with the backing of Chessie's Black Hole, to even go for a bit of a Tier 1 to push himself. Mobe just can't do anything. There's 4 heroes mid, so he is going to have to just simply watch his tower crumble to the Eidolons. Down bottom goes Tanner. Farming up a Soul Ring, so again, not a core Tusk, so not nearly the same item build as we've seen previously on ads.
Yeah, I mean, this Tusk is going to be useful for a while, and then until he gets his Blink Dagger, he'll be useful, because he needs to get that people. That's safe.
Check out the item that Cube is rushing, by the way. Scepter here for the Mirana. Yeah.
Against TB, honestly, I think it's, and Necrophos, actually. Burst magical damage pretty strong this game.
Yeah, I mean, I can certainly see it. And Mirana is a hero that can farm, and has gone for the right build here, maxing the Starstorm first, and then Arrow to follow. Eventually
Max, bottom.
Giving you a bit more. Max is in trouble again, is he?
We have Hand of God and Mech though. Jaime Vincento to the sides. Max, you deserve to die for this one. Oh, no.
He's still very dead, though.
He tried to use the mech there towards the end, but I don't think he was in reach, and now Jaime Vincento regretting trying to help his teammate. He purged off the Vessel, though.
Oh, very good. Look at this guy. He's bringing all the smaller jungle creeps here to help him out, as that snowball just catches him into the Walrus Punch, and a double kill for Ats.
Alright, well, Max trolling.
Oh, no.
I don't think that was his fault whatsoever.
All the creeps trying to keep himself alive. They really only buy a couple of extra seconds for themselves. Yeah, just a bit too aggressive there with the farming rights. Maybe that was the wave that gave Max the Blink Dagger. He was very desperate to get that online, and understandably so, as now he can start playing a little bit more aggressively and enabling Cube, for example, with these arrows. But certainly the second time getting caught down bottom was maybe a bridge too far. Blink Dagger next for Enigma. He's made very good progress here. You farm like a madman as soon as you max Eidolons, and you buff them with the Wraith Pact Aura. JMV in the line of fire here for a second death. Does put down the ward, but doesn't really have a path of escape here. Max, this time with the blink, is going to initiate onto Chessie, who does have Black Hole ready to turn if he wants to, and is going to commit it. JMV walks into it just to make him, you know, he's a support, so he's going to make Chessie feel not so bad for whiffing that one. Max, though, on the run, has his Blink Dagger now on cooldown, courtesy of the Vessel debuff, and is going to be sent straight back into the fountain by a Reaper Scythe from Ads.
So Max trolls Vincento in the first play. Now JM Vincento returns it by trolling Max in the second one.
Yeah.
But no matter what, they always die together. So that's good.
Yeah.
The camaraderie.
Very good. And now Low Skill's the one to be farming a bit aggressively down bottom. Tanner can snowball in to cancel a spin TP. And good play here by Low Skill, who is going to look to evade that particular manner of death. However, even this ward is maybe going to pay off the TP. It's a long one from J4, so Low Skill, he's going to make it out alive.
Yeah. We have the... You can always just Blade Fury and just run. I think he was fine. Kristen wouldn't have caught him. Echo Saber finished on Mobe, though, so he's starting to... I think he's finished up his quote-unquote burst damage build as much as he can. Let's see if that's going to be enough to deal with the Necrophos. Soda Defiance did really stop this from happening.
Oof, hello. And goodbye to the Eidolon, says Mobe.
Yep. That was a lot of gold for Mobe.
He's got Echo Saber. He's happy with that item, isn't he?
Yep. Low Skill needs to start getting online, though. Still not beating the TB, despite being a Juggler, has to fight a little bit earlier. The Jug versus TB matchup is actually not that bad as it goes later, because you have Blade Fury and the Omni Slash to prevent the Sunder, and you also just usually go for Shard and kill the supports. But at the same time, you want to utilize the early push of Healing Ward and Blade Fury. EU Rejects have stopped this, particularly Necrophos' existence.
Yep.
Black Hole not available, but they still smoke here with Tanner, Chessie, and J4. What can they do with this?
Perhaps find Max again? There are wards here, though, so it becomes a little bit of a risky engagement, because if smokes break, you're in a very poor position here in this choke point to get jumped by something like a tiny Mirana, especially without Black Hole to turn. Yep. So this does give them pause, and enough pause, for example, for Max to realize something is afoot, so he is going to hide in the trees and avoid any potential deaths here.
Whoa, Ads almost caught Mobe there. Good thing he's capable of blinking in time.
He's gonna get touched. Oh, the death pulse. It hurts. It hurts. The pain.
Yeah, it's the Seeker, right? Oh no, that's just
that's just the regular one. Eventually, though, that should come online. It's a fairly good game for it, actually.
He already bought it. That's
oh, indeed.
Yeah, it's very good. I mean, I think this is the build always for Necrophos, because someone figured out that you can farm faster with this, and that was all that mid laners needed. I mean, doesn't really matter if it's a good game or not for it.
Yeah, very true. And you can do Roche as well pretty fast with this, as they're finding out, especially with tag team and all the Eidolons coming in now with this metamorphosis damage. Shad is going to have about half duration to play with after they finish up this Roche.
Yeah, tag team is only level 1, which is why this rush is taking forever. If not, it would have been much faster. There we go. Asia's finally up there. Ivy could have taken advantage of this and pushed mid, honestly, solo, but they were not aware the rush was happening. Now, bottom, Low Skill could be in trouble. He's already used the Blade Fury, which means you don't really get the Blade Fury TP anymore. Healing Ward used. 3% has to keep him in place. There's a snowball as well. Omni Slash tried, but not in time, as the stuns catch him a bit too quickly.
I like that, using their own voice lines here. Low Skill's going to end up taking a death. It allows Mobe at least time enough to pick off the mid-tier 1 tower and push. Fairly important here, right, into this timing, because EU Rejects are looking to set up a decent amount of map control now with this first Aegis they've claimed. So making sure at least you've opened up the map, all the tier 1s are gone. Sorry, all the important tier 1s are gone, right? The offlane tier 1 towers is still alive. It does give you still some avenues to make some plays throughout this fairly scary period. And there's Cube's item finished, a 20-minute Ag Scepter here for the bottom, as J4 has found Max. His illusions are doing a fair amount of damage, but Shad doesn't have meta active, so can't really secure this kill. What's going on over here? JMV is trying to reestablish the army. He's mustering the creeps.
Why is he taking all the small ones?
He does like the small ones, doesn't he?
It's because their models are smaller, so they're hard to catch.
That's exactly what it must be.
Yeah. I mean, he has one of the Cloak Aura, right? The Purge Crypt I can see being very useful. The Speed Aura, I suppose. Seems like an Aura-ish build. I guess at this point, if you try to initiate with a Centaur, he's probably going to die before he gets there, so maybe that's the idea.
Yeah. Maiden, right, is just very good versus all your creeps, so you can't really expect him to get within cast ranges. You know, you can't really buy Aetherlands on these guys, so the cast ranges are pretty bad. So I guess going for Auras overall might be the move. At least is what he's thinking. That would have been my thought process.
I think that's a logic. They push more or less equally as fast, and with that, between Mirana and Chen, you actually have pretty good lane shove once again.
Oh no, Deathseeker's so sad against Chen. You gotta like.
He has to spread the creeps. Has to sacrifice one of the creeps.
Yeah, you got a Marine split there against the Tempest Storms.
Right, exactly. BKB is about to come out on Chess, or it's on its way for Chessie. He already has the Blink Dagger. This is very scary if you're Ivy, because you don't have any way to cancel that.
Nope.
And I don't know if Abyssal is an option for low skill later on. Basher would work well because you can Blade Fury in the black hole and like still hit. But you have to be in range.
I like
I
quite like the idea of the Basher, especially with the Mjolnir build. It's finished now, flying towards him. You know, giving you that attack speed, extra chances to proc, or I guess a better chance to proc, right? You have the same amount of chances. I don't know what the technical statistics term is, but more procs, more attack speed, more damage, right? That all seems good to me.
Yeah, exactly. I like it too. I do feel like this could be an easy like shard into Axe build to be able to have someone to cancel the black hole. Obviously, Jug then will be the primary target for that, but catching the Jug should be kind of difficult in these fights. Because either he's committing for the supports and then you catch Jug solo, which is not as big a deal because you have counterplay with the Tiny, or alternatively, Jug is staying behind and you best catch at BK. Right.
Yeah, and that Starstorm looked really underwhelming, at least the one on Sacred Arrow, because of the infused range ops. It does get a little better here. Does get a little bit better. But we're not going to really see this Ag shine too much. It's kind of an effect over time kind of strategy. It'll be good against the illusions of Shad, and as well as the Eidolons here, as it looks like Keep's getting himself in position with this solo smoke. Always smoke breaks as he is going to try and kill a Courier. Tanner trying to keep him locked down. Walrus Punch, Chessie to follow up now. Another Leap Charge, last one consumed here for Cube. He gets off a Starstorm, and then he will perish.
No, Mobe. He stayed there a little bit too long, and he allowed Shad to get a Sunder off. I mean, the Aegis was going to expire soon anyway, so at least they just waited out, I suppose. But now they have an option to actually go high ground if they want to with the Metamorphosis.
Yep. Side lanes are pushing in as JMV is going to be killed for this. Tanner TP's on over. They have a Reaper Sight if they want it, and Dads doesn't. He's going to save that for maybe a core to kill later on.
Yep, couldn't push the tower in the process, which he really wanted to. Max trying to push top lane as well, just to keep it shoved.
And he has managed, or he's decided to go Fireball before committing for the BKB. Probably a wise decision overall.
I agree.
Because it helps you farm, but it can be a stressful moment here for Max while he doesn't have that magic immunity.
I mean, they have the Walrus Punch in the Black Hole anyway, right? So they want to cancel his TP, they will. Or more to the right heroes. So I do feel like the BKB is not as useful this game, particularly because you're not looking to fight right now.
Yeah,
so
no.
I do like
very true. I think it's important to have versus a Necro, right? Because Necro just completely removes your ability to fight. At least if you're BKB, you can't get, I don't know, Reaper Scythed and Vesseled is kind of my thought process behind the BKB for in this game. I think he still needs one. Oh, or this, right?
Oh, he does. Oh. Tanner? I don't know about this play. They want to go for Tanner, but Az is close by, so Mobe commits for the support, activating the BKB.
Max
and
as well lives.
Wants to fight this.
Max tanked through the damage from Chessie here early. It wasn't a black hole, but it was a Midnight Pulse and plenty of Eidolons, as well as the Malefice. And Mobe quite eager to continue fighting here, as Ivy will smoke up and under the cover of Moonlight Shadow, head straight into the triangle.
We'll see what they can find here. This Moonlight Shadow now committed, though. Black Hole still available. Metamorphosis still available. I don't know if Ivy is pushing a bit too hard, but they will at least steal an Ancient stack, which is important.
Yeah, EU Rejects, they well knew that this was coming. Shad went so far as to even take his Courier out of the secret shop, which was waiting there because he is merely 50 gold away from the full eye of Scotty. He has lost Aegis buff, as Chessie is going to be caught here. They need a little bit more damage. Chessie, though, is going to end up falling to the Chen army in the mid lane. Low skill is going to commit. Omni Slash only gets the kill into J4, but does manage to avoid the Ice Shards thanks to the bonus move speed on the Shard spin.
Yeah, that really messed up the Ice Shards usage there. Mobe knows there's a Tusk around here because he just saw him D-ward. Snowball for Mobe. He should be able to still bait this out. Blade Fury used just to guarantee the kill on Tanner. And they can now D-ward this if they want to. Use a Sentry. They need Vision, though. There we go. They just like, whatever. We'll just put a ward up in the high ground. We have nothing to give Vision.
Yeah, we're still a minute away from Roche, but they've done a good job of staggering the death, so it's going to be another 30 seconds, basically, until EU Rejects are ready to fight. In the meantime, JMV has finished up his own Wraith pack now, so he's got the damage reductions for that upcoming Roche fight, which is pretty crucial, because I have Scotty is about to be finished up for Shad, so his damage output is going to be increased because of the move speed slows. He'll be landing more hits, so the more you can reduce those, the better. I don't quite think Max is going to have BKB in time for the next fight, unless it's a long Roche, which is still possible. He really wants this Ag Scepter, so, oh sorry, a BKB though, because it would stop this from happening, as he's currently just being ran down and harangued. He's going to pop the Elder's Dragon form though, as he does look to potentially turn here.
Yeah, went to the midnight pulse though, which is scary, but they hit him with the arrow. This will continue, plus the fireball, the healing from Jane Vincento, keep Max alive so he can keep hitting ads. Ads really want to get the Reaper Scythe off, but they play well around this, and Mobe will be able to finish him off with a toss. Really well played by Ivy.
Yeah, it's a BKB charge committed there from Mobe. I'm not opposed to it, right? It guarantees the kill, to be certain. But it does mean there's a chance that you don't have that up for this Roche fight here. Because of that 90-second cooldown now on the BKB, the Magic community being so important for Tiny this fight to make sure he can actually get his spells off, we'll see if this makes a bit of a difference. It's a long Roche, so it shouldn't matter. But, you know, that's something to consider with the nerfs that BKB has been receiving.
Tower taken now, Mobe still trying to go for any supports that might be in the wrong position here, but not wanting to commit without his BKB, as said.
Yep.
Low skill is going for the Scotty.
Okay. And real quick, Chessie has finished his own BKB now, right? So that is certainly going to be a major threat.
Max needs his own. I think he actually got it in a courier, though. So that's going to allow him to fight, too. Yeah, Max got it. Okay. That's pretty huge for Ivy, because that BKB, as you were pointing out a couple of times, is crucial for the fights. Max went for a build where he's just avoiding fights and going for pickoffs, but now he's capable of actually engaging in a 5v5. About the Basher, though, on low skill. Sorry, about the Scotty. I'm not sure if I'm very convinced by this build. Like, it's good against Terrorblade, and it's obviously very good against Necrophos, so it's not bad this game. I guess because he got a couple of fights, he can afford to go for this more expensive item. I don't know if he's the one that deals with Necrophos, though, to be honest.
Yeah. And Max has keyed up an interesting item. Sorry, I was just to hyper-focus on the DK. I might have to cut this short because they are smoking up to fight here for you Rejects. Smoked up as 4. Chessie BKB ready to go, and a black hole. Again, nothing right now for Ivy that can cancel it.
Yep. They have to just initiate on Chessie. That's pretty much the win condition in these fights. Oh, Chessie will be discovered. Chessie blinks in time. He knows how valuable he is for these fights. Snowball now, Formal Bay. Nintendo stairs nearby. You can still apply some healing. Wraith pack to use. Tanner, though, with the help of the Terrorblade, he'll be able to tear through this Tiny, but luckily the Spider Legs actually saving Chessie at his own BKB. But there's no place to black hole. Chessie just wanted to survive.
Really good by Max. Really good by Max there in this engagement.
Yes. He has Blink still, but no mana, only Magic Wand charges.
Right. And his BKB might be up, sure, but they also get Chessie's BKB out of this engagement, so this is still very much a winnable fight for Ivy. It is difficult, though, because they don't have BKB on Tiny or Max.
They have Omni as well.
They do have Omni.
That's a big difference here.
Hand of God was committed, so basically full HP for Ivy. They are short of mana on Max, but he's got enough at least for a DK stun.
Yeah, that's all they need, really. And Magic Wand. He still has Magic Wand, so it's fine. Oh, actually, wait. Soul Ring used, so yeah, he actually has no mana. Never mind. That was the Soul Ring mana that we were looking at.
He's pretty low. Roche is up, though, so both teams really not willing to risk too much here, as this Roche could decide a lot.
They tried to prevent any team from dewarding that, but they got it in time.
Nice purge there.
Clutch here.
JMV immediately purges himself using the purge creeps. That's why he's still carrying the small ones. Debuffs the Vessel as arrow catches ads. That's a long duration arrow, but do they have detection for him? No.
They know Black Hole is still up, right? Even without the BKB. They have to be careful about that.
Yeah, that's basically back to full HP like nothing ever happened. But that is going to be his Vessel charge is depleted now, so he's used all of those. That is not insignificant here versus the Tiny and a DK.
They're going for Roche before that BKB comes off cooldown on the Enigma. I don't know if they calculated that because it's only 5 more seconds. Or maybe they're trying to sneak this. This is a rough one. If Jesse just BKB blinks Black Hole, I feel like this is done.
Yep. Max and Mobe now out of the pit here, making a little bit of a buffer space and buffer enough they have, as Chessie's not going to be able to get on in, especially thanks to an arrow that does catch ads. That's certainly going to dissuade EU Rejects from fighting. That is second Roche here. Who took Aegis? Sorry, who took Shard is what I meant to say.
I did not.
I think Tiny? Did he have his?
Yeah, I think it might have been Tiny.
Ads?
He goes on to ads. This is a great initiation here. Can they burst him down in time? Black hole's available though. Who will catch?
They didn't catch
Nobody
JMB.
gets the BKB,
Yeah.
but there's no follow-up, so Chessie will just die here. A black hole committed for nothing as there was nobody nearby.
I don't know what that means. It's German. But halt means stop.
Stop, please, something. I am Gefahr.
I am in Gefahr. Ich bin ein Berliner. And Tanner is ist.
Oh, but it's
Very
in,
dead.
right? No, ein, so.
Oh, it is in.
Ein is with E-I-N. I don't know. I don't speak German. I only speak like 4 words, and luckily those are all in that sentence. So.
Very true. Yeah.
Obviously, it's I am, no, please and Gefahr is one of my German words that I love.
Well, Ivy, I think, are now sitting very pretty in this game after that fantastic Roche fight. Again, and well played to Max, who kind of enables that whole thing just by, again, sitting on the edge of the fight, blinking in. He stuns Chessie. That kind of spooks Chessie into BKB. There's no immediate follow-up coming, but the simple threat of it was enough to get Chessie to pop the BKB, and Ivy then managed to find a way to take that second Aegis.
I think they're all playing really well, honestly. Ivy is, compared to last season as well, where we saw Ivy that was like trying to find their footing, and this time they found it, you know. There's solid ground right now for Ivy. I don't think it's just because EU Rejects is making mistakes. I really do think Ivy's playing these team fights really well. The positioning is on point in general. We see Mage Slayer, by the way, going to be the choice for Max.
Yeah.
So his goal is just to survive.
That's what I wanted to talk about in the previous fights. JMV, he needs some help surviving. He is split pushing bottom completely alone. He uses his heals, but he will end up dying all the same. Yeah, Mage Slayer, I thought perhaps... I mean, this is an interesting item. It does give you that a little bit more magic resist. Less so, however, than your Ag Scepter upgraded, you know, Elder Dragon form, where you get 25%. But it is cheaper. Yeah, that's the important point, right?
And I can see the Mage Slayer being strong now that Midnight Pulse is magic, right? Because it actually does reduce that by a lot.
Yeah,
so,
fair point.
In addition to the mana regen that Max is sorely lacking, that's why he went for Soul Ring, so that solves that problem. I wouldn't mind a Bloodthorn in this game. There's actually a case to be made for that.
Sure.
We just wasted meta, by the way, on this play.
Yes, they have.
This is huge. If Ivy retreats and just re-engages, they do not want to be caught now.
Yeah, an arrow even scouts Tanner there thanks to the Star Storm damage that it ends up proccing. Blink Dagger, though, not on time. Not from Mobe.
Without meta, I feel like Ivy can just fight this here. Can they force this? They have Omni Slash Aegis.
Nice little spin there. I mean, Lowskill's so close to level 25 as well. Oh, he's not that close, but he's full level away. But certainly, I mean...
What's the talent here? Do you go for the HP?
I don't know. I would probably take the Omni Slash, I think. Especially with Mjolnir. That's a lot of damage. A lot more attacks you're getting out.
Yeah, I can see that. I just feel like Omni Slash is not that great this game because of Snowball and Ghost Shroud.
Yeah, that's a fair point. But also the HP talent doesn't feel as strong, as you can see Midnight Pulse doing real good work there versus Lowskill.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's why they have to hit the Enigma with the Mage Slayer. That's the
yeah, you know, and you've got percentage race damage on ads, so yeah, I'd probably go with Omni Slash, even though neither of them feel amazing, so that's probably not what they were waiting for, obviously, as Ivy did poke high ground just now.
Oh, but I agree with you. Yeah.
And there's Ag Scepter even for Jug. I am surprised to see this item personally before a Basher even. I would have liked to see a casual Basher. There's BKB's pop, by the way, and it's Max's. So he has been caught here a little bit in the triangle. They're keeping him alive, and in fact now Lowskill looking to join the fight. Has the Ag Scepter reach here on the Swift Slash as he is Walrus Punch, but there is no escape for Tanner.
Yeah, that vertical movement didn't really help Tanner out. BKB from behind, though, as Mobe tries to initiate onto 4. Chessie with the BKB Black Hole. Now the Omni Slash used. Chessie's in trouble. No, the Omni Slash actually jumps to support instead. Into the Necrophos goes. Only kills J4. Pretty lucky bounces for EU Rejects. And now they know they could potentially fight this here as they're going for Max. Max in trouble. Reaper Sight will finish him off. But Lowskill does deal with Tanner in the process.
Yeah, and they've lost Chessie.
Once adds. There's the Purge potentially deal with that Ghost Shroud. Lowskill in trouble, still has the Aegis, however. Arrow available. There's the Swift Slash used by Lowskill. And he's going to retreat after that.
Yeah, Aegis is up in 20 seconds. No need to risk it anymore. Once again, well played by Max, who still does die in that fight, but he kind of renders the Black Hole a bit useless. As without the follow-up from ads there, with, you know, amping the magic damage with the Death Seeker, and then following up with a Vessel Charge, and finally the ulti, none of that comes out, right? So the Tiny kind of just walks off all of that Black Hole damage, reinitiates, and kills Chessie even.
He did have BKB, to be fair.
He did.
So the Midnight Pulse didn't reach him, right?
Well, Midnight Pulse goes to the BKB, right?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're right. Sorry, never mind. I forgot that the change.
Yeah.
Magic. No, you're right. Yeah, so the Mage Slayer had much more impact.
Yeah, so well played by Max there again in that engagement. Low skill, again, is without Aegis here, but still not lacking the confidence. He's still going to get through this tier 3 tower at least before he backs off. Good arrow onto ads. Mobe thinking about it, still thinking about it, and is going to think better if he doesn't jump. It's
a dangerous play without the Omni Slash though, but they feel pretty confident here. I guess there's no meta. Yeah, there's no meta.
The arrow.
So both ultimates are out.
Still thinking about it.
Goodbye.
Good arrows by Cube so far.
Yeah, very, very good. I mean, I told you, right? He's Grandmaster Mirana, man. I love the Wind Waker pickup as well to have some save inside the black hole. That's going to be really, really useful in these next fights.
Yeah, and so, in a way, that's an item, funny enough, that he can afford to get because he went for eggs.
Yep. And also because, well, no, the supports are just really farmed in Ivy, to be honest. It hasn't really cancelled anyone's farm except for maybe Max's to a degree. And Max is more farmed than Enigma now.
And Max has the essential items, I would say, now.
Yeah.
Even enough to almost get this overwhelming Blink. Quite an expensive upgrade, of course, these Blink daggers. But so is Wind Waker, right? Like, is Wind Waker still the most expensive item in the game, or has Revenant's Brooch overtaken that?
Oh, it means please help, I am in danger.
Uh-huh.
That's a great line. Thank you so much. Stop, please help, I am in danger. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, halt is the stop.
Yeah, halt to stop. I knew that.
That's a very, very good line, man. I like this. Especially with the intonation of it. I love it.
Nice try. Next time we get them.
EU rejects. They go for their own smoke, this time with the meta available. Let's see how much they can do with this.
They spam their nice try voice lines as soon as the reject smoked. I would be tweaking right now. I'd be like, they have a ward in the base. But right now, they've got potentially a kill here on a moment. No, not even close, Abo. In fact, they turn. The Avatos is so good. Tanner's dead. Ants is dead as well. And now Max around the side here. He's caught Chad, who's going to BKB. Jesse has Black Hole, but no good targets to go on here as low skill giving chase here, looking for the Omni Slash. There's the Black Hole. It'll find two, but they can cancel it with the Wind Waker because Chessie didn't have BKB active. They've deleted Shad from the game. Ads is going to die back, and Chessie is the last to go. It's an ultra kill here for Mobe as Ivy take down 6.
Nice try.
Man, that initial Reaper scythe was so weird. That initial initiation in general was so weird. All right. Yeah, they call it. I think these last few fights for EU rechecks were not played to the level that we're used to for them, and I do feel like they just got a little bit tilted because of how difficult Ivy's draft was to control and how well Max was playing their positioning. They got stressed out, and I feel like these Black Holes